I call upon the spirit of the owl, messenger of wisdom. Welcome to the Temple of the Owl. Merry meet, seekers of knowledge, for I am Matt's Owl, your guide through the mystical realms. I wish you many blessings and hope you're having a great day. In this episode, we will discuss Ostara. It's one of the 8 pagan holidays, and it's part of my series on these times of year, the Sabbats of the 8 pagan holidays. Within the heart of the Temple of the Owl, hidden deep in the mystical forests of Northern California. Here, amidst the whispers of ancient trees, we embark on a journey through the mystic realms of spirituality and magic. As we traverse these enchanted paths, know that our perspective is that of the modern witch. As always, these musings shared within these hollowed walls are but seeds of thought, offerings to inspire the magic that dwells within you. Witchcraft, you see, is a personal odyssey, a sacred dance between the practitioner and the unseen forces that shape our reality. I'd like to take this time to thank the people that have inspired this show, and thank the people listening on Troubled Minds Radio Network, that's KUAP Digital Broadcasting. And check out troubledminds.org, where an invitation awaits for you to join these rich conversations led by the mysterious Michael Strange. Explore troubledminds.org/friends to connect with the kindred souls and extend your support to the enchanting collaborators shaping the essence of this radio station. Follow my friend Rohan of the Exile Minds podcast, and I want to thank both of those gentlemen for producing the show. As the cauldron of wisdom bubbles, let us stir the brew with the MOD, or the message of the day. It's an incantation to set the tone for our mystical discourse. And today's quote is, "Life is full of beauty. Notice it. Notice the bumblebee, the small child, and the smiling faces. Smell the rain and feel the wind. Live your life to the fullest potential and fight for your dreams." And that's by Ashley Smith. And a random quote that I found on the internet, but I like it. I feel that because you could look outside and you could see the beauty of all life. You know, the green fields and the hills and the flowers blooming and the birds' activity. Guys, spring is here. Now, the festival of Ostara takes its name from the Germanic goddess Eostre, who is associated with spring, fertility, and the dawn. The celebration of Ostara has its roots in pre-Christian pagan customs and rituals observed by the Germanic and the Anglo-Saxon peoples of Europe. The Greeks called her Kore, which means maiden. And then later they called her Eos, or Aurora, the young goddess of the dawn. Now, Ostara is typically celebrated around the time of the vernal equinox, which usually occurs around March 20th or the 21st in the northern hemisphere. But this year, in 2024, it's on Tuesday, March 19th. That was kind of weird that it's the 19th, or it's just around this day. The astronomical event marks the beginning of spring, when day and night are approximately equal length. Ostara is a time of celebration and rejoicing in the return of life to the earth. It is associated with themes of renewal, rebirth, growth, and fertility. Symbols commonly associated with Ostara include eggs, rabbits, flowers, and young animals, all of which represent the vitality and abundance of spring. Modern celebrations of Ostara may include a variety of rituals and traditions, such as decorating eggs, planting seeds or bulbs, and making offerings to the land or the nature spirits. Also participating in outdoor activities to honor the season. Some pagans also perform rituals to symbolically welcome the return of the sun and the lengthening of the days. Many of the customs associated with Ostara, such as egg decorating and the use of rabbits as symbols of fertility, have been incorporated into the Christian holiday of Easter. This is because Christianity often adapted and adopted existing pagan traditions and festivals to coincide with its own religious observations. Today, Ostara is celebrated by contemporary pagan and Wiccan communities as a time to connect with nature, honor the cycles and the seasons, and celebrate the arrival of spring. Festivities may include rituals, feasting, dancing, and other forms of communal celebration. Ostara, also known as Eostre, is a modern pagan festival celebrated around the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere. It is inspired by the Germanic and Anglo-Saxon traditions and is associated with the renewal of life and fertility and the awakening of nature after her dormancy in the winter. As the wheel of the year turns once more, we find ourselves at the threshold of spring, where the energies of renewal and rebirth are bound. In our rituals, we weave the symbols of Ostara, the egg, the rabbit, and the flower, into our sacred space, paying homage to the fertility and the vitality that infuse the land. With each painted egg, we invoke the promise of new life, while the hopping of the hare reminds us of the abundance that springs forth from the earth. As we plant our seeds in the fertile soil, we sow the seeds of our intentions, nurturing them with love and care as they grow and blossom, alongside the budding trees and blooming flowers. With each seed we plant, we affirm our connection to the cycles of nature and the eternal dance of creation and transformation. In our rites and rituals, we honor the balance of light and dark, welcoming the return of the sun's warmth and the lengthening of the days. With hearts full of gratitude, we offer thanks to the earth and the spirits of the land, embracing the blessings of the season with open arms and hearts. Festivities may include rituals, fasting, and dancing. We decorate our altar with the bright colors of the rainbow, like pastel colors. We draw runes on eggs and place them around the house for power. We bring fresh flowers inside and eat candies and strawberries. We decorate our house with nature by hanging ribbons and bells around the trees. The way I celebrate Ostara is by cleaning my house. I clean and dust and organize my house the best that I can. They call it spring cleaning. And then I recharge my wards and protection spells around my house, replacing all the spell components. Let's talk about the tools of Ostara. One of the tools of Ostara is the besom, or the broom. We go around with our brooms, sweeping in a clockwise motion, sweeping and moving the energy. stirring up and sweeping out all the negative, stagnant energy from my home, and welcome in the new. Other tools for Ostara, corresponding with the east for air, that I use is the athame. Now, athame is a sacred knife or blade, usually used for cutting energy, not physical things. The knife cuts both ways, just like words. We also use a pen to write spells and recipes in our grimoires. The pen is mightier than the sword, reminds us that written words hold power, so we use the pen as a tool to write down new things as we learn and grow. Another tool we use is the censer. It's a metal dish that holds burning incense. We burn a lot of incense now, and the smoke purifies the air, and it moves energy around with the air and releases all the old stagnant energy to let in the new. Here are some crystals that are commonly associated with Ostara. Clear quartz is a versatile crystal that amplifies energy and intention. It can be used to enhance spiritual clarity, cleanse energy fields, and amplify the energies of other crystals. Green aventurine is a stone of growth, prosperity, and abundance. It is often used to attract good fortune, promote vitality, and support new beginnings. Citrine is a crystal of joy, positivity, and abundance. It is associated with the energy of the sun and is often used to manifest success, prosperity, and happiness. Now, rose quartz is a stone of love, compassion, and emotional healing. It can be used to open the heart chakra, promote self-love, and attract relationships. The amethyst is a crystal of spiritual protection, intuition, and clarity. It can help you purify the mind, body, and spirit, enhance intuition, and facilitate spiritual growth. Moonstone is a stone of feminine energy, intuition, and cycles. It is associated with the moon and is often used to enhance intuition, promote emotional balance, and support new beginnings. Aquamarine is a crystal of courage, clarity, and communication. It can be used to promote inner peace, enhance clarity of thought, and facilitate clear communication. And those are some of the tools that we could use in our rituals. But then I like to go for walks. And on my walk, I like to notice the changing of the seasons and embracing spring. I pay attention to the flights of birds. Now, birds are a big part of nature, and seeing them in action in the springtime helps me understand their importance in nature. Then we go into the garden and plant. We till the soil and plant our gardens. Put your hands and feet in the soil. Know that the symbols of death and winter are behind us now. It is time to wake up and see the earth growing, as well as with things within us. One of the things we all have in common is the love of the goddess Mother Earth. The energy of Ostara is the dawn. Like every day, we can change and grow for the better. We see it in the new moon every month, and we recognize the beginnings. The theme of resurrection of the land by the awakening of the goddess is seen in other correspondences. in the tale of Persephone. Now, Persephone returns to the world in spring to be with her mother, Demeter, the grain goddess. She returns to the underworld in fall to join her husband, Hades. Now, similar, the goddess Ostara returns to Earth in a chariot of an unnamed sun king, and then returns to him in the fall. All things will grow as long as the goddess is present on Earth. When she leaves, all things die, only to be resurrected again. We could look outside and see that the land is growing. The days are becoming longer and the sun is shining. The land is green and the flowers are blooming. She is resurrecting the land as the sun warms the earth. Astrologically, the sun moves from Pisces, a watery realm of dreams, to Aries, a fire warrior energy. Aries is about initiation and new beginnings. It uses its ram energy to push forward and turn the wheel. It is interesting how this day marks the beginning of the year in astrology. Now, Aries energy charges us into the future. March is named after the Roman god Mars, the god of war. So let us rejoice as we welcome the arrival of Ostara and the radiant energies of spring. Overall, Ostara is a joyful and vibrant festival. It celebrates the awakening of the earth from its winter slumber and heralds the arrival of the warmer, brighter days of the spring. It is a time of hope, renewal, and the promise of new beginnings. Let us take this time to manifest. Let's plant seeds of thought and watch them grow. Let's make magic in our lives and grow together. May our hearts be light, our spirits lifted, and our souls filled with the promise of new beginnings. And I just want to say this is some of the ways that I celebrate this holiday. There's a lot more. Different traditions do different things. But I think the biggest part is just recognizing the turning of the wheel and just going outside. I think this is a time, if you just go outside, you'll see what I'm talking about, how everything's growing and noticing the changing of the seasons and how it's getting warmer, and just notice this kind of stuff and follow it and see how the ancients did the same thing. Like, they saw things happening and then they did their rituals based upon those things that were happening. I think it's important that we learn about while we're watching the earth as it does its thing, and we're making sure that it's doing it and observing it. And I'm going to leave you guys with this little thing here I found. This is off of Christopher Penzek's book. This is by Christopher Penzek, and it's a little saying here. It says, it's called Rise, O Goddess. Rise, O Goddess, bless the seed. Rise, O Goddess, fulfill our need. Rise, O Goddess, Queen of the Spring. Rise of the Goddess with your King. And that's by Christopher Penzek. And I like that one because it kind of is showing you how the ancients might have thought that the goddess was coming back And as long as the goddess is here on the earth, everything will grow. It's part of that yin-yang, that duality of nature that we see. And happy to be a part of that. And like I said, observing and witnessing the growing of the earth during springtime. And so that's all I got for today. I hope you guys can celebrate this holiday and have a good time. And just be yourself. Do what you want to do. Whatever feels right to you. Just keep in mind the certain themes. But that's all I got for today. My next episode on the series will be for Beltane, and that's around May 1st. So that will be the next part of the series. Got a lot more stuff coming up for you guys. But I just want to say thank you for listening on Spotify and on YouTube. And a special thank you for those listening and journeying with me through the Temple of the Owl on the Troubled Minds Radio Network, KUAP Digital Broadcasting. Thank you guys for listening. Blessed be.
For many centuries, witchcraft has been considered evil, associated